My name's Cassidy, and this is my story. Growing up, I would say I had a pretty normal childhood. I was born into a Catholic family, and we celebrated like traditional holidays like Christmas and Easter. In grade school, I had a lot of friends. I was really kind of like an outgoing person, always laughed, and I really got along with everybody. In middle school, I was on the volleyball team, and I was friends with pretty much everybody in my grade. And then in 8th grade, my friend group started to get cliquey, but I still kind of managed to go from clique to clique, and I got along with everybody still. But then that's when I started to not get along with my mom. In high school, I didn't really want to be home, so I spent most of my time with friends, which led to me to start partying and drinking. And then I realized that my friends wanted to go down a deeper path into partying, and they started to try drugs, including cocaine and smoking weed. And a lot of my friends started to have sex, and I kind of just like took a step back from life and was like, Cassidy, you don't need to be doing that. The hardest thing about pulling away from the party scene was losing a friend, which I would call a best friend, that I've had for 10 years. God knew I needed some new friends, and that's when my friend Michaela invited me to Young Life. My first Young Life club, I walked in and it was like a big party, but not like any other party I've been to before. There was loud music and everybody here was so welcoming. I remember this one leader, she's about this tall, this big. Her name was Ollie, and she came up to me and was like, "Hi, I'm Ollie." And of course, Young Life is a lot of fun. But my favorite part is when leaders share a little bit about their life and Jesus. And that's the first time I felt like Jesus was coming alive in my life in a way I've never heard of before. I kept going to Young Life clubs, and I heard about camp, and I thankfully got to go to Sharp Top Cove this past summer. Woo! Just like here, we have clubs at camp, and at camp there's about 500 people in this one little room. It wasn't that little, but it was like pretty big, I don't know. And we would sing and dance, and it was so loud in there that you couldn't even talk to the person by you or hear what they were saying, and it was just so much fun. At the end of each club, a speaker named Devin came up and started talking to us more about Jesus. And by the end of the week, I realized that it was more about a relationship with him and not just religion. At the end of the week, it became real to me, and I made the decision to follow him. Going into my junior year was still hard because my old friends were there, but I really want to start focusing on my new friends, and I'm so excited that I get to serve on Club Crew because I really want to be more involved with Young Life because it's changed my life so much. Young Life is awesome, but I want to say a special thank you to all of our leaders for loving us, accepting us, and never judging us. Thank you, Young Life, you rock.